Jay-Z and the record label dropped her on her prom night. Before the fame, before reality TV, before the drama, the headlines, there was just a girl from Detroit, Michigan with a dream. Teairra Marie Thomas. Teairra was born on December 2nd, 1987. Raised by her mother and grandmother, she grew up in a city known for its deep musical roots. Now, if you know a thing or two about myself, receipts for real, I'm from Detroit, Michigan as well. And I think I put off doing this documentary because I wanted to make sure I did it right. Because if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. I'm starting to notice that a lot of the documentaries that I do, I have like a personal connection with the artist that I choose one way or another. And one thing that's fascinating about Teairra Marie is she went to the Detroit School of Performing Arts. A lot of you may have heard of this school because this is where the late, great Aaliyah Dana Houghton attended high school as well. This is where every it girl attends. If you want to get into music, drama, acting, and you just pretty much know you're going to be that girl, the Detroit School of Performing Arts, that's where you go. So DSA helped her sharpen her skills, vocal abilities, and prepare for whatever Hollywood had to offer. Now, at just 16 years old, Teairra got the kind of break that most artists dream of. She landed in the office of L.A. Reid, one of the most powerful executives in the game.
From Detroit and Barbados, these princesses are Sean Jay-Z Carter's 1-2 punch on the charts. A beautiful combination. Please welcome Teairra Marie and Rihanna.
Wow, don't you just love being on stage?
Yes, it's so wonderful.
True.
You know, sometimes you just want to let go and do you. The only place you can do that is on stage.
Absolutely. Well, our next guest is also young and new. So new he doesn't even qualify for the next award yet. Performing Run It. Please welcome Chris Brown and Joel Santana.
But it was Jay-Z, the head of Roc-A-Fella Records at the time, who really pushed for her to be signed. They saw her as the next big thing. They nicknamed her the Princess of ROC. And what a lot of people don't know is that Teairra Marie wasn't actually signed to Jay-Z. She was signed to L.A. Reid, but because of her urban swag and more of her urban music versus her counterpart Rihanna, who was doing pop music, they nicknamed Teairra Marie the Princess of ROC and let her become the face of ROC Nation.
As Def Jam is a corporation. It's not just Jay-Z. First of all, I was never signed directly to Roc-A-Fella. I was signed to Def Jam. L.A. Reid signed me.
So in 2005, she dropped her debut album led by the hit single Make Her Feel Good.
So I had to show a nigga I'm a woman.
I personally remember that song because I was a freshman in high school when it dropped, living in Detroit, Michigan. Ooh, I'm telling my age. And when I tell y'all I played that song nonstop, you couldn't tell me nothing about Miss Teairra Marie, okay? The song was everywhere, all over the radio, 97.9. And Teairra Marie was being groomed to be the next R&B star. She had the looks, the voice, and the backing of some of the biggest names in the industry. Teairra became the it girl overnight. She had this unique look that kind of reminded me of a Bratz doll. Just so pretty, so beautiful. Pretty eyes, natural. Everything about her just said, wow, she's going to be a star. You can tell. Now imagine being one of the biggest artists on the radio in your hometown, all while still going to school. I remember her performing Lose My Breath by Destiny's Child. She was performing for Destiny's Child. Her, Rihanna, and A. Marie, they were all performing that song in front of Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle, and they did their thing. I have to say, Teairra Marie stole the show for me. Personally, Teairra was my favorite. I didn't really feel like Rihanna did that great. Sorry, y'all, to all of the Rihanna fans in here. I'm a Rihanna fan too. But personally, I felt the talent coming more from Teairra. But this became a problem because Rihanna was another fresh face who also had been signed around the same time. While Teairra's first single did well, Rihanna's Pon de Replay exploded. #1. Suddenly, Roc-A-Fella had a decision to make. Who was they going to push harder? Now, it had been said by L.A. Reid himself that Beyonce pulled him aside, nudged him, and told him that Rihanna was the better choice.
Beyonce helped you see a potential in an artist that you signed. Who was that?
I signed Rihanna, and we had a showcase. And at the showcase, there were two artists performing. Her name is Teairra Mari, and she's a really sweet girl. And the truth is, I was paying a little more attention to her than I was to Rihanna. After the showcase, you know, Beyonce just gave me one of those looks, and he said, that Rihanna girl, she's a beast. And she looked away, right? And I was like, so I did a Rihanna double take, you know. But it wasn't as though I didn't believe in Rihanna. I love that girl, right? But I paid a little more attention when Beyonce said that to me.
Yeah.
By 2006, it became clear Rihanna was getting the budget, the promo, and the industry's full attention. This Caribbean girl coming out, bringing some new flavor, something that the industry hadn't seen in a while. Meanwhile, Teairra was left in the background. Then came the call. After just one album, Jay-Z and the record label dropped her on her prom night.
I did not see it coming. I was getting ready for my prom, getting out the shower, and I got a call from Jay Brown, who works for Jay-Z, and he just told me, you know, it was a nice run, kiddo, but, you know, gotta let you go. So that was the end of it, and I just kept it to myself for like 6 months. You know, I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want to deal with the questioning and all of that, so I just kept it to myself, and finally people started hearing it through the grapevine.
You kind of had like a mentor relationship with Jay-Z during that time?
Yeah, he was definitely a mentor. He was like a father.
Just imagine. I don't even know if I would have still went. I don't know if I would have been able to even still crack a smile. I would have been thinking about that the whole night. She was the Princess of ROC one day, and the next she was out with no explanation.
About what you've been through in the past, you know, few years, a lot of us know that you had some setbacks. You know, yes, that you were signed at a very young age. And then there was the whole issue with Jay-Z. Have you and Jay-Z yet met and, you know, made amends and you're at a point where you've moved on?
Well, I'm definitely at a point where I've moved on, but there was never any drama between me and Jay-Z.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't realize is Def Jam is a corporation. It's not just Jay-Z.
Okay.
So they all came to a collective decision to let me go. First of all, I was never signed directly to Roc-A-Fella. I was signed to Def Jam. L.A. Reid signed me. It was his decision to let me go.
Okay.
So, you know.
The reason I ask is because everyone, you know, always says, you know, oh, the whole thing with Jay-Z.
Yeah,
and
everybody says that.
Jay-Z took her under his wing and Jay-Z was going to make her a star. And then Rihanna came in and then Teairra Mari was pushed to the side.
Well, actually, me and Rihanna, we were both signed. Well, I was signed by L.A. Reid. Rihanna was signed by Jay-Z, by Jay-Z and Tata. And, when my album was done, it was very urban, so he wanted to stamp it with the Roc-A-Fella stamp. So, you know, I was never directly signed to them, and me and Rihanna, we came in at the same time, basically. So it was not when she came in, they pushed me to the side. She was doing different kind of music than I was, pop music, and her single went #1, Ponder Replay. And my single was doing very well on the urban charts. So, you know, people always either say, are you and Jay-Z cool or are you and Rihanna cool? And it's like, it's never been a problem with me and Rihanna. Let's just say if it was a decision or a choice between me and Rihanna for a Def Jam. That has nothing to do with her.
Okay.
So I have no harsh feelings for her or Jay-Z or anybody.
Would you actually work with Rihanna?
I mean, I don't know. I guess, yeah. Why not?
It shocked me. It shocked everyone because the girl wasn't doing that bad. She wasn't doing bad at all. But when you compare someone with relative success to someone who had a #1 hit single, it made Teairra look bad. So they went with the better option. If you ask me, I still feel like they had the budget to push both artists.
A while back, you know, it hit the internet that I guess Rihanna had said something and people were saying that you were basically telling her to keep your name out her mouth. And it was just like, you know, Teairra Marie got beef with Rihanna. Like, no animosity towards her?
No animosity. When I said that statement, I was speaking in general. For anybody that's speaking on me that doesn't know me, you know, that wants to speak personally about me. Keep my name out of your mouth, sweetie. That's just in general. Not just like, oh, keep my name out of your mouth, Rihanna. You know, no.
Now, being dropped that early in her career could have ended her career completely. But Teairra wasn't about to give up.
Everybody, it's Teairra Marie, and you are watching Wrap Up TV. Mwah. Finished my mixtape with DJ Drama, and I listen to the songs that I like on the radio. My mixtape is like half and half. It's half remixes and half original material. So I just wanted to do the songs that I like that were on the radio at this moment, and Drake's My Lovin' happened to be one of them. I also remixed Daddy's Home, Usher. I also remixed Drake's Over. I did Rick Ross, Super High. I did Jeezy, Lost My Mind. I did Alicia Keys, the slow version of songs. The mixtape's dropping. I'm actually in cahoots with Drama right now. I don't come from much, you know. Of course, I come from love. That's the biggest thing. But, you know, financially and just living wise, I didn't come from much. So it's like I would never want to go back to that. And I look at the people from where I came from, and half of them don't work hard. And so I just want to put my all into whatever it is I do. And if it's going to be this, which it is this, because this is my love, entertainment, acting, singing, whatever, then I'm going to do it to the death of me. Get rich or die trying.
She went independent, dropping mixtapes, hitting every interview you can think of, doing singles on her own. But without major label support, it was hard to compete. I remember this one particular song that she dropped called Sponsored, which would have went viral in today's society. But it was just bad timing. Everybody was judging her for dropping a song called Sponsor, calling her a gold digger, saying she looking for a sugar daddy. What type of message is she promoting to the young girls? I mean, they really wouldn't let it go. They were coming down hard on this girl.
This next song is called Sponsor. Now, Sponsor is saying, okay, so I'll just sing it a little bit while he's doing that. So it's like, he put them low profiles on my car. He treat me to a patty plus manicure. Anything that I ask for from my sponsor, he go and bye-bye. A baby blue medallion I just got. My feet, they speak Italian, walk so hard. I told you, baby, thanks a lot. My sponsor, he go and bye-bye. He ain't no square, he just like to share. In love with a tipper, throwing hundreds in the air. Throw some over here. And ooh, he dropped the Louis in my lap. So, what I'm saying is that I have a sponsor, okay? And a lot of people think I'm talking about a sugar daddy because I use the words he. But I'm an artist, so sometimes I speak metaphorically.
So the song, I say I got myself a sponsor.
Okay.
Which happens to be Warner Brothers.
There you go.
So,
I guess he's going the safe route with it.
I'm not going the safe route. I'm going the real route. I don't have a man tricking on me. I have a corporate sponsor. And I'm good with that.
Let's go.
And I also want to say that, you know, I'm not encouraging any of the ladies to go out and get sugar daddies. If you have that, then whatever floats your boat.
I don't mean to interrupt, but ladies, did you hear that? Because I kind of get offended when my shorty sings Sponsor to me. I love the song. Beautiful song. When she sings it to me, it's like,
I mean, if that's how she wants to take it and she wants to sing it to you like that, then she can, because that's her interpretation of the song.
I think you're getting her in trouble.
No, I'm not. I'm defending her.
He be tricking on these joints. You don't know better. That's what it is. See a brother like me, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm just having girls getting me stuff and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you know, a woman can be a sponsor as well. Like, people think that it's so one-sided because the female is singing the song, but that's why I use the term sponsor and not sugar daddy.
So, how do you feel about people who might say, well, she's promoting, you know, women to be dependent on, because, you know, people might think of that as, okay, a sponsor. Yeah, that's her sugar daddy. You know, she's rolling around with his Amex card. How do you feel about people who might say, well, she's promoting women to be dependent?
So who was rolling around with whose Amex card?
Or in the video, it did say Teairra Marie on the card, but some people might just think of it like, okay.
Think of it like what? Look at the video. What can you think of it as other than what it is? What else can you think of it as? My name is on the card.
Teairra got her own stuff. She got her own stuff.
I have my own stuff. I believe in working hard for my own.
Enough of that. Let's keep it a buck. Teairra's from Detroit. And my mama done told me enough stories about how the men roll in Detroit for me to know exactly what's going on. Y'all gotta watch some Tubi movies and you'll see what I'm talking about. Baby, the men like to spend and the women like getting spent on. It is what it is. They made her water herself down because they didn't want her sending out the wrong message. But are we going to talk about how toxic that whole independent woman era became as well? Because independent woman was pushed down our throats. IEDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? Y'all remember that. And after that got pushed down our throats, then everybody got backlash for it because then the men start saying the women were too masculine. I just feel like they could have just left that girl alone and let her make whatever music she want to make. And she should have just kept it straight up. Like, baby, I'm from Detroit. Men like to spend. It is what it is. What they wanted her to do, lie? But I just think about, like, damn, we got city girls dropping music 10 times worse. Teairra just couldn't catch a break. She did have minor success, landing a few acting roles. I remember seeing her in Roll Bounce, and she did a really good job. During this time, Teairra was dating. There were no confirmed relationships that I know of, but there was a lot of rumors back and forth about who she may have been dating. People were even trying to say she was dating Bow Wow, but it was later confirmed that they were just doing a movie together. But one person that she was dating was Ray J. I hadn't heard from Teairra in a while. I mean, she got dropped in 2006, and then the next time we actually saw her, for real, was in 2011, and she pops up on Love and Hip Hop, reality TV. So she started making appearances on Love and Hip Hop, giving fans a front row seat to the drama in her life. From messy relationships to explosive fights, Teairra became better known for her personal life than her music.
100% genuine. But Teairra thought that she could take that gesture and use it to make trouble between me and Ray. But that ain't cool. And she's going to hear about it.
And it wasn't a good look. One of her biggest storylines was her relationship with Ray J. They had a rocky on-again, off-again relationship that played out in front of millions. And by the time she even landed the role on Love and Hip Hop, her and him had already broken up. He hopped on the scene with the new girl, Princess, and they were doing everything in their power to embarrass this girl. As the years went on, the pressure of the industry, her personal struggles, what seemed like a failed career, they started catching up to her, and alcohol became a problem. Alcohol was a really big problem, and it showed. Teairra was in denial about her alcoholism, but in 2015, she got arrested for a DUI, and things got worse from there. In 2018, she made headlines again, this time for a revenge P-word case against her ex, Akon's brother, which turned into a legal battle with 50 Cent after he got involved.
Y'all, low-key, it's starting to seem like y'all flirting now. Like
y'all playing with each other.
Yeah, like y'all playing with each other.
Well,
I'm like, is this like...
I'm definitely being petty at this point because, I'm not going to let it just like succumb me and like I'm like depressed and mad at myself or whatever, but no, I'm definitely not flirting with Curtis.
Is there a reason why you don't just give him the money?
Well, I mean, it's the process.
I feel like you got it. You say you ain't got it. I feel like you got it.
Bitch.
You got enough to have him leave you alone.
So basically what happened was she was dealing with this guy who was into poly, and I guess supposedly she was unaware. He had a whole poly relationship going on outside of her. And when she found out about it, obviously, him and her broke up, but then there was a tape leaked. Somehow 50 Cent got access to the tape. Then 50 Cent started spreading it everywhere. Teairra Marie sued 50 Cent attempted to sue him, took him to court, but she lost. The reason why she lost the court case is because 50 Cent wasn't the first person to spread the tape around. But I still think it's disgusting that he had anything to do with it at all. He didn't even know this girl. He was just being messy. When she lost the case, she ended up having to pay 50 Cent's legal fees. She owed him $30,000 in legal fees. So her drinking got worse, leading to another DUI arrest in 2019. This time, crashing her car in New York. That was rock bottom. She had to make a change. So after years of struggling, Teairra finally checked herself into rehab. She took accountability, stepped away from the spotlight, and focused on getting her life back together. The next time I saw Teairra Marie, she posted some photos on social media. Her skin was glowing. She lost a little weight. She was looking toned, fit. Everything about her, she just looked like a brand new woman. I was so happy to see that because I was like, wow, this is the Teairra Marie that I pictured. Like growing up, this is what I pictured her to look like. This is the star that I know she is. She just had some trouble. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes her and Beyonce favor a little bit to me. Okay, Beehive, don't come for me. I just said just a little bit. In 2021, Teairra Marie launched her own business. I saw that she had a lunch party looking very beautiful. Everything looked amazing. I do not believe that she's currently running that business because I checked on the website and the website is no longer up, although the link is still in her bio. In 2024, Teairra Marie lost her mom. Man, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's still so fresh. I don't know how her mom passed. We haven't heard much from Teairra. She hasn't done, any interviews or a press release, or we just haven't seen much of Teairra since her mom passed. I didn't know that her mom passed. I was just wondering, like, why haven't we seen her? But now I know why. And my prayers go out to her because I just lost my father in 2023. It hasn't even been 2 years. Teairra Marie is still standing. She has made one or two posts after that. So we know that she's still hanging on. I just want to send some positive words of encouragement to Teairra if she's listening. Know that you are an inspiration. You have been an inspiration of mine since I was 15 years old. I was that 15-year-old Detroit girl hearing about another local Detroit girl blowing up, and it really made me proud. It really made me proud to be from my city. Your music got me through some of my hardest times because that was a really hard time in my life that I might even talk about one day. I've seen everything that you've gone through, and I've also seen how you've remained resilient. I've seen what you came out of dealing with the bullcrap on Love and Hip Hop and how you came out of that even stronger. So Teairra, we love you, girl. And I just want you to know that you do have fans and supporters out here who didn't forget about you. It ain't over, baby. When you ready to drop some new music, we here. We waiting. Hey, y'all. That's all the time that I have for today. If you enjoyed this documentary, please do me the hugest favor and hit the subscribe button. Then comment down below and let me know which documentaries you want to see next week. Because I got a lot of them coming, y'all, but I need to know which one you want to see so I can know which one to drop first.